All right. I'm recording this for me and maybe also you. So, here are some insights from today. And I wanted to record it just to reflect on building my new business and what's happening. So, I ran a workshop, my first workshop yesterday, after many years. The last time I ran a workshop was over 7 years ago. And this time the focus was obviously on branding because that's what I want to specialize in, or desire to specialize in now, in branding for purpose-driven individuals. So had a workshop yesterday, the 4-hour workshop, and that was really good. It was really intense, and at the end of it, there was just a lot that we talked through, and luckily, I recorded everything, and that was really crucial today because what I did was and that took me a while, but I transcribed it. So I got software today to transcribe it, but then obviously it's not always accurate. So you do end up doing a lot of editing as well. But I wanted to get it right because what I did next was, because of working on this online course, and I created all these workbooks and reflections to create your branding and your messaging and your brand identity. I thought I'm going to give this a try. So I took the transcript and I used Gemini and asked Gemini to fill out the workbook based on this 4-hour conversation that we had yesterday. And surprisingly, this was rather amazing. But I could have not written it in a better way. So this was utterly effective. This workshop yesterday, I actually had no idea that obviously there was a lot of digging and soul work that we did yesterday and really getting to the core of the offering and my clients' personal why and the mission, and identifying their, I call it the brand soul tribe, which is the ideal audience, the ideal client. Through that dialogue and the reflections yesterday and the questions that I asked, I wasn't even aware how incredibly valuable that content was that came out of the workshop yesterday. I mean, I kind of was, but I wasn't aware. Like, I don't know, just seeing today that using these 4 hours and then being able to translate that into the actual brand guides and workbooks in such a condensed and impactful way, and saving a lot of time because I didn't write it myself, but I did write it at the same time. Like, there was editing going on, but not to the degree as if you were writing it from scratch. But anyways, this was incredibly, that was like magic. It felt like magic because what we ended up producing today after this deep reflective work yesterday is so valuable for the branding. So I'm really excited about that because initially my thinking was that, the 4-hour workshops, we're going to go through the workshop and then the client kind of, has to piece it all together themselves. But then my client yesterday raised this big issue with time, and because they're having a full-time job right now, and they're having a family, and they're having all these commitments, that it is incredible challenging for them to actually find the time to now sit down and take all these insights from yesterday and put it into this brand Bible, that you can use, this blueprint that you can use for your branding to make you have consistency in your messaging, to make sure you're always bringing value to your ideal audience, your brand soul tribe. So yeah, I was like, yesterday evening, I was like, after the workshop, I was just thinking, okay, what can I do to find a solution for the problem of not having time? So yeah, so I did some experimenting today, and what came out of it is like, I'm even shocked myself, because it's so good, and it's not done yet, but I will need to do a bit more work. But where I can see this going is actually that I think I found like an incredible way to be super efficient with my clients' time, but also with my own time. But yeah, just producing so much value in a short amount of time. And that might be possibly part of my offering. So it's beyond coaching, actually. It's actually even providing the blueprint after a workshop that the client straight away has and can put to use to implement their content creations. Yeah, I think I digged into something really, really cool. Found something really cool. Yeah. So what's the lesson in this? I think there are like a few lessons in it. So the first one would be not to wait until you have, for example, a product ready or a service ready. So in my case, initially I was going to create this online course first and then start client work, because I felt like I wanted to have like this online course ready, which is kind of giving me a framework with which I can operate within my coaching sessions as well. But now it turns out, working with a client, that there are also different needs or challenges that I didn't think about prior. And that now makes me already pivot in terms of how I coach, or how I am going to offer my coaching, and what other services I'm going to provide to set my clients up for success. Yeah. So that's really interesting. So that's one of the lessons. So the lesson is just get into it. Don't procrastinate and think you need to create like a product first, especially for service based businesses, coaching, consulting, all of that. You already have your service. It's your expertise. So the best thing you can do is just get out there, get yourself some clients, start work with them, and then you'll come across all these very, very specific, but yet not specific, I guess, challenges that you haven't thought about before. So this is really cool, because having that can bring so much inspiration to create such a better offering. and to provide so much more value for your clients. So that's super important. Oh, and by the way, guess what? You probably already see it. There she is. Isn't she so cute? Little snowflake. She's purring. Oh, now I feel like I should calm down a little bit. So, Snowflake is in the video. Snowflake, say hi. So that's been a very insightful day. So I haven't worked on my online course today because when I come across a challenge and a problem, then I feel like incredibly inspired to find a solution for it. And yeah, it has been a really successful day. I'm gonna do more work tomorrow and get this all ready, but yeah, I'm very excited about it. Another thing that I'm also extremely excited about is that, and I don't know if I mentioned that in my other video, and if I did, it doesn't really matter. One of my biggest realizations is that it brings me so much joy to help others to succeed in their pursuits. It's like so fulfilling to me. I actually mentioned that to my friend last week when we were talking on the phone about having a realization, for example, that like making art, I make art. You can check out my art online as well. It's skyrivers.art. I paint, and it's fun, but it's not. It is fun, but it's not as fulfilling as helping others to turn their passion into a business, if that makes sense. Like even talking to my friend last week who is an artist, like I am so much more excited and passionate about helping her to make a living from her art. Like there's just something in me, this fire, it's just like boom, like yeah, it's amazing. So that's been really cool to have this insight or new awareness. Yeah. What else, Snowflake? Do you have anything to say? Would you like to say hello? Do you have any insights? What's going on? Yeah, that's all. We're just purring away. Very, very cozy. She's so cozy. I got my Osmo today, but she is not at home yet, my new camera, because of course I was grocery shopping while the postman arrived. So I have to go and pick it up tomorrow. Otherwise, I got my miso soup here. This is a bit of a tradition now, having miso soup in the evenings. And I'm probably gonna watch a movie. Yeah, that is it so far. I'm also done some updates today on my Kundalini activation business offerings. So I have decided, if you watch the other video, then you might have some insights from what I talked about with my training and so on. But basically, one person is one person, and it's so hard to split myself in between all of these different endeavors. I don't even know if that's the right word, but it sounds good. And so I decided, because I'm really, like, my energy is just naturally flowing towards the brand Rebel. I can't help it. It's just happening. So then, rather than me trying to force myself to redirect it to training right now, I am still training, by the way. I am still training people at the moment, but I probably might not take on new clients, new trainees for now. So basically what I did was I decided today I'm just going to take it off the website for now, because my training offer, because I don't want people to go through the application process and then, I have to write them that I'm not training. So I took that off. And what was really cool also is that, because I do make music, I specialize in creating sound journeys for Kundalini activation. Because I took my training offer off the website now, it actually created this amazing focus on my sound journeys. So if you're interested in it, you can go to kundaliniactivation.co and check it out. It's a subscription, so you can sign up for a month or for a year. And there are lots of sound journeys that I composed for Kundalini activation. So basically, you can activate Kundalini through sound in your home whenever you want to, and use it and work with it for inner transformation. So always been super passionate about that, and been creating these sound journeys for, I think, at least 6 years. I've been doing it. I love music anyway, so that kind of excited me as well, like actually going to the website, and now it's actually all about these sound journeys to activate Kundalini, which anyone can do in their own time. And I love that, because I myself love learning and personal growth in my own time. I love signing up for online courses and just being able to have that space for myself to explore things. So coming from that perspective, that also makes perfect sense for my sound journeys, because you can do it whenever you want to and as often as you want to, but you shouldn't do more than one sound journey a day, because that's very intense, can be intense. It's good to actually have like 2 to 3 days between, just for integration, and it's also good to journal. Anyways, I might do another video on that at another time. But I thought that I mention it now because it's been part of my day. And since I am now so keen and eager to record everything, why not talk about everything that happened today? Otherwise, that is it. Not much else going on. Ooh, Snowflake is moving. She's moving. Oh, that's what we do in the evening. We just sit together on the couch. I should move to her a bit. So tomorrow I'm going to pick up my Osmo 3 Pocket 3, and then we will have a better quality for videos. So that's going to be exciting, right, Snowflake? Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're going to say goodbye now. I wish you a beautiful day, no matter where you are. Remember that you're not alone. We are together in this, building our businesses and doing what we love in the most authentic way, because that's the only way to do things, right? Being tapped in to your truth and your essence. Snowflake is already in sleeping mode, and oh, there she is again. Oh, I was gonna ask if she has anything else to say, but Snowflake, do you want to say anything? No. Say goodbye. Okay, that's us. See you soon. Bye.